Hello, everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today's something different to what I've been doing. This is going to be a sketchbook tour of a sketchbook I've completed a few weeks ago, and that I've wanted to film for at least around a month, but didn't have like a stand or anything so I could properly do it. So this is an Oahu marker sketchbook. I got it for like Christmas, I think. Yeah, Christmas last year, from my aunt. Along with the markers, it just came with an extra sketchbook. So yeah, I don't really know too much else about it. It was nice to use, I'll say that, and good with markers. But yeah, let's get into it. These are random stickers from friends that just gave them to me. I don't know where they're from. And then I made these 3 stickers a long time ago, like a couple years ago, back when I was not living in this house, but living elsewhere. So anyway, here we go. These are just some more stickers and doodles I taped in. Pokemon, and then SCAD had come to my school a while ago, and they gave out stickers after their presentation, and then that's a school sticker, but I'm probably not going to show that just because, yeah. Meet the Artist first page, which I had done in at least 3 of my past sketchbooks. I'm not entirely sure if I did it for all of them. Probably not. But anyway, this was what I had looked like at the time. I began it October 15th, 2022. So that wouldn't have been for Christmas. No, it would have been, what? I got this sketchbook at some point. And then finished it April 9th, 2023. Yeah. So that's that. At this time, when I had started this, I was doing Ineffable-tober prompts along with another prompt list Arttober thing, and this is day 15 in previous sketchbook, which I may or may not do a tour for as well, a video tour for. I did pretty much every single prompt in my sketchbook, and it was really fun because I got to experiment with supplies that I didn't normally like mess around with. So yeah, these were thumbnail sketches for different prompts. And then this was day 15 of Ineffable-tober, which, if you don't know what that is, it was a Good Omens Inktober prompt list done by a Twitter user named Koko, and they're really cool. And it was, again, really fun to do. I don't particularly care for this one. I don't care for how I drew Muriel, which is this character. I did her bad. I did her real bad with this. But the other Inktober prompts that I did were good. And I did a double list last year, which was crazy of me. I don't know why I did that, but I did, and I completed both of them. Not necessarily on time, but I completed them. Next, more thumbnails, and then swatching of markers in here. Day 16, Arttober. Day 16 of Arttober was Roar, and then this is a reverse AU, a Good Omens reverse AU, not mine. I forget their but I love them so much. This is, I've never had to pronounce them on camera. Mahis, and then Mini, I think that's how you pronounce it. Probably not, but those are them. Edward, Teach, Our Flag Means Death for texture, day 17 of Arttober. And another thing that I never had done before, I also got cardstock paper, and I thought it'd be really cool to cut it out. I didn't have an X-Acto knife at the time, so I'd use scissors so it doesn't exactly line up, but I think I did pretty decent for not using an X-Acto knife. So 18, Conjure, another Arttober one, more reverse AU stuff. This is Anna from my friend Kate's GBQ on Instagram's reverse AU, Anna. And then there's Sariel, one of the two of my Good Omens reverse AUs. I have two. Sariel. I have posted about them on here. My previous one, if this one comes out after and I don't post anything in between, I did a speed paint of him and Damien, and I had talked about them briefly there. Another Good Omens reverse AU. If you can't tell, I love Good Omens. If you can't tell from my channel or this video, I love Good Omens. Season 2 is coming out. The trailer, not to date this video, trailer's coming out today, sometime. People are suggesting around 7 p.m., which I don't know if that's 7 p.m. Probably 7 p.m. England time. This is a fantasy AU, Aziraphale, which I had wrote something on AO3 for them. Aziraphale is a deer human hybrid. I don't know, I forget the name of them. And then Curly is a Naga. So, very cute. More, that's Damien. That's a sketch of Damien. I don't know what this is. I don't remember. I don't even know if you can see it there. I don't know why I wrote that. But I don't know why I wrote that. But that's there. More thumbnails for prompts. And then I had painted in here with acrylic, and then had attempted rather poorly to line art over it. This is the first time of me using acrylics in a while, and I had fun. This paper isn't necessarily made for acrylics, but you know, I painted it anyway. The texture is really nice. And then this was Cheers. I think this is another Arttober one? Maybe, I think so. Yeah, this one was another Arttober prompt specifically. Day 19, Drag. More of my friend Kate's reverse AU lads. That's David, and then that's Raphael. Crepes. So this one would have been an F-Tober. Damien and Sariel. This one was an Artober prompt. And then this one would have been an F-October prompt. Transzero and Curly, because I love them. Reflection, Artober. I had thought about, because I had not at this exact time, but I'd really like the idea of Pibby, which is, I don't entirely know how to explain it, but if you know what it is, you know what it is. And I know it only affects cartoons, but I've also thought about it affecting the Good Omens universe, and I thought that'd be really cool. So, and I'd never done anything with that idea, so here's it there. Day 21, 1941, Good Omens, ineffable Inktober prompt thing. Okay, that's glued. Snake, Cody, and then yeah, probably should put a warning about the blood later, but you know, I'll do it later. I'm really proud of how this one looked. I think it's so cool. I think it turned out so good. Guillermo from What We Do in the Shadows, and then Nandor in the back. I'm so proud of how that turned out. I'm so happy with how that turned out. It looks so cool, in my humble opinion. I messed up a bit here, but it's fine. I love that one. Watercolor for the sky. This is another Artober prompt. This is more thumbnail sketching. And Izzy from Our Flag Means Death. I love him. I love him so much. He's so mean. And then that's a piece of paper tape there for the moon. The watercolors I use are rather cheap, so, and also this paper isn't made for watercolor, so the watercolor kind of seeps through in the middle here and kind of affects some of the other pages a bit. Not too much, but it still does, so that kind of sucks. But yeah, more thumbnail sketches for future prompts. I posted all of these on Instagram, so if you want like a better look at them, then they'll be there. The bandstand, that one was cute. Again, messing with acrylic markers. Not acrylic, alcohol. Then this over here was for school. There was a thing we did for driver's ed where we had to make a billboard. I think that was the project. We had to make a billboard that included a catchphrase of some kind or something like that. Yeah, I forget already. I don't know if I got that back. Who knows? Crowley crying from the bookshop fire. Palm, Warlock, and then Crowley as Snake. Kiss. That one was for Ineffable Tober, and then this one's for Artober prompt. Was this one for a prompt? I think it was. I forget what the prompt was, but I believe this one was for a prompt as well. A little comic, a little cute comic. I like how it looks. I also really like how this one looks. There's Mary on the back, Warlock, and then Adam. More grown up. It's cute. Also, my handwriting sucks, but there's different ats down here. And the caption says, totally the Antichrist. Oh, that's Warlock. At King of Darkness and fam, came to visit me in America. We went to Disney World. So yeah. Although it was Earphone Curly on the back, but Muriel's back there, so yeah. I also liked how that one turned out. More thumbnail sketching, and and figuring out what type of Pokemon I wanted Steed and Ed to have. I only drew Steed, but I had thought about it. 26, turtleneck, Crowley, and a turtleneck, obviously. And then, day 27, Ineffable Tover, favorite characters. Zerfa and Crowley, obviously. Pollution. I love Pollution. Warlock Dowling, he is a butthead of a child, but he is also somehow became one of my favorite characters. Madame Tracy and then Agnes Nutter, both queens. My Good Omens designs, which I may end up changing later, but for right now, they're like this, and I like them. They're cute. And the Bentley, and that's the one scene in the book where Curly's singing Bohemian Rhapsody in the car. I think this is after the party, and they're going to the what's it called? The place where Adam was born. The old satanic church. Holy Water, I made it sad. And then Free Day, I drew with my left hand. It's gorgeous, obviously. Day 31, Halloween thematic. This is another AU, not my AU, but another AU from the user on Instagram that I really liked, and I thought they'd be cute to draw. The colors are a little saturated on Crowley, but you know, it's fine. More thumbnails. That's for art class. You can kind of see them. It's for art class. I didn't like how the finished piece turned out, but it's okay. And then this is finally the thing I did for... This is another... I think? This is either a thing for Inktober, or I just came up with it myself. And I don't know which one it was, but it's okay. It's okay. I think it turned out okay. There's Steed, and then there's his Chandelure. I thought it looked cute. I was more thumbnail sketching for art class. You can probably barely see it with the marker on the back, but it's there. And then planning out for this page of who I was going to include for day 27 animal print. I tried to do that thing where the line art doesn't match up with the colors. And I forgot to not color in everything, so some of them are not offset. Anyway, yeah. Dove, tarantula, jumping spider, weasel, Arctic fox, bunny, rat, and then black bear. These are all like reverse AU animals. Damien, except for this one. That one's a different AU. Is a family AU by my friend Kate. Reverse AU, one of my reverse AUs. I've posted about him before. Reverse AU, and then both reverse AUs. Anyway. Muriel? Who are you? Are you? Ben. Muriel, Ben. Not an OC of my own. I love doing fan art, but I don't really have many OCs. Ben from Kate, the Ineffable Cars AU, where the Bentley and Newt's car are turned into humans, personified as humans. More Muriel, and then Ario. Also Muriel? Question mark. Day 28, delicious. A redraw of one of the very first fan arts that I did, but it kind of sucks. Just a little bit. I do like how the bottle looks though. And ignore that Aziraphale's hand is backwards. And then this was a draft of Damien and Sariel's kids, which it mostly stayed the same. They mostly stayed looking this way, for the most part. Day 29. Hope. It's just deep. Random doodles. And then day 30, nightcap. Again, with Pokemon AU. Okay. Next, more notes for Damien's kids. Bad attempt. And then this would be for my aunt wanted me to draw Bluey for her kid. So I did some practice doodles of Bluey to figure out how to draw that character. And then this is Flight, day 31 of October, I think. Yeah, because I had finished Ineffable October, so. Flight. That's cute. More Bluey doodles. And then that's a doodle for art class. Because we were going to do Picasso paintings, so it's just practice. More thing for driver's ed. And then it's random doodles. Both of these pages were me trying to figure out a design for a fic character. Miss Moosey over on Instagram had started posting stuff on AO3 of an original story that I absolutely adore, and this was my attempt, mostly for, well, at least kinda attempt at designing what they look like. I struggled. I still don't have a design for, at the very least, darn it, I forget his name. I forget both their names. I probably need to revisit that story. I remember it being very, very good and liking it a lot. And then the rest of this is more practicing for that Picasso style painting or illustration thing we did in art class. And then this is me doodling as a bad doodle of, I think, Aziraphale, the deer from my fantasy AU, the deer Aziraphale. And then these are Mir, I think that's how you pronounce their name, and OC, that is not mine. Barely any of these are mine. And I adore them so much. They're so cool looking. I love them. Random doodles. Nothing to it over here. I had watched Corey Kenshin play God of War Ragnarok, so I drew Tyr, my fave, even though he turned out to be Odin. I still love him so much. And then Sindri, another fave. And then me. This is Dakota, one of Damien and Sariel's kids. He's blind, alongside Sariel. I think he's adorable. I love him. There's Damien, Sariel with a weird looking face, more Damien and Sariel. Random doodle, I don't know who that is. Random face, also don't know. Ooh, oh yes, okay. And then these are the pearls from Steven Universe. For whatever reason, I had the random urge to draw them, so I did. And I had so much fun with these. This was on New Year's. And I had done colored pencil over and then did alcohol markers and then pencil over top, and oh my goodness, I love how that looks so much that I continued doing it for pretty much the rest of the sketchbook for the most part. More Mirror, I love them so much. Elric, I don't know if that's how you pronounce his name, but I think that's, I don't know. Pearl, I love them so much. Me cutting up a watercolor painting of Guillermo that I didn't like, or not Guillermo, it's Harvey, that I didn't like, and doing something else with it instead. I like how this page looks. I like how a page looks. Yeah, bitches giving nothing. Ha 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 ha. That was, yeah. And then SCAD, and then that was on the back of this sketchbook. So I tore it out and put it in here. And then Pink Pearl, or Volleyball. Love her. She's cute. Also cutting up and just gluing stuff, and then these are stickered backs of stickers that yeah. There's nothing special on this page. Random doodles. Not my OC. A persona of someone on Twitter that I really like. Watery. Me trying to practice painting attempt. I did one attempt and then gave up because I didn't like how it turned out. I'm pretty sure I used Pinterest as inspiration for that one. Random doodle of, and then I cut it out and glued it in here, and then Pinterest poses, but they were poses of a person with mobility aids, and I thought they looked really, really cool, and so I gave Crowley and Edward mobility aids, and you know, you can be disabled and look cool with your mobility aids. So anyway, and then more Pinterest pose, Crowley, and then a moth, probably also from Pinterest. Swatching of colored pencils I got. They're crazy art stuff, but they're still fun. They're cheap and fun. Random person. I was doodling in art class. Random person. Pinterest doodle thing. I don't know who that is. Skull. Face. People were drawing Good Omens personas on Twitter, and I wanted to do that too, so there's mine. I never posted it on Twitter, but I drew myself. An attempt. Ooh. This is a thumbnail sketch that I'm really proud of how that hair looks. And I'm really proud of how the finished piece looks. Thumbnail sketch 1, and then 2, that's the one I went with. That would have been my Book Omens designs, and then also got very inspired on Pinterest with clouds and stuff, and clouds as hair. Crowley, pen doodles, Crowley, zero fail, random skull stamp that I just have stuffed in my, you can't see it, but my art bag. Ario and Zaraphim, Good Omens reverse at you, but I gave Zaraphim an animal form, kinda, and it's an otter, and it's really cute. Studies, question mark. Studies, doodles from Pinterest and stuff. Not all of them, but some of them. Ooh, okay. And then more Ario, Sario, and then their kids' doodles. I did these on random pieces of cut paper, and then stuck them in here, and then did a little doodles around them, and I think they all turned out really cute and nice. So there's Damien and Sariel, there's Eden. That was a meme on Pinterest that I'd saved for these guys. I think all of these were. Callista. He's cute. And then Dakota. Oh, Callista. You can see the full thing. And then Dakota. I wonder if the light's too harsh. Probably. Maybe a bit. I'd suck if it was, because I don't want to redo this video. Anyway. Callista, grown up. Callista, grown up. Strong lady. Damien and Sariel. Another doodle that I stuck in here. I forget what that was from. I think it was inside some cheap pack of paintbrushes, and then I ended up painting it and then sticking it in here. Well, ripping it in half and then sticking it in here. Doodles and thumbnail sketches for either all of these were for a drawing or an illustration for our class, and then that was a thing I was going to do a watercolor of for myself, watercolor painting of. I never did the painting, but I did do the sketch of it. So yeah, we were asked to create monsters in Spanish class so we could describe them, and that was the little monster guy I created. And then more thumbnail sketches. Breath. Me doodling a water bottle that was in front of me on my desk. Eden. Dakota. Parappa. Hant. People on Discord, some friends, on Discord, had asked me to draw a few things, so I did. Someone asked me to draw that one, I forget the name of it, emoji. Someone asked me to draw a Furby, and then more practice for the Picasso painting thing that we were going to do in class. All of it is me. It was a self-portrait, so all of it's supposed to be me. Didn't like that one because it looks like Big Mouth, and I don't particularly care for the art style of Big Mouth. And then I drew Parappa. I love him. The music in Parappa the Rapper is so good. Cereal. I think that outfits one was from Pinterest. Me. I took an old photo of myself and drew it, and then drew it again, but really badly. Next. Doodles. Pinterest. For this one. I don't know about this one. Probably. A kiss, and then Crowley on ice skates. Ario and Zara film. Doodles. And then this was a DIYs I did for someone else over on Instagram. Not showing that page. Damien. Pregnancy. Ooh. Damien. Children. I found a card on the ground outside when walking to school one day, and it was frozen. So I took the card and shoved it in my backpack, and it melted, and then I stuck it in my sketchbook. Kind of gross. I will admit that. But it's in here now, and I'm not taking it out, so. Lady. I don't know why, but I did. Not showing that page either. We walked around and did electives for school and stuff. And they gave us papers that I glued in here. and then this up here is a band from when I went to the hospital, but it's probably going to be blurred because that has my dead name and information I don't want on the internet over there, so yeah. Mario and Luigi! Or a bad attempt at drawing them with pen. I got Poscas. No, not Poscas. I did get Poscas, but not this page. This was oil markers. Oil paint markers. They smell really bad, actually. They smell really bad. But it was fun to draw with them. I used a photo of David Tennant from Pinterest and drew it as Sariel. And that was fun to do. Washi tape. Damien in a dress. Femme Damien. I love her. And then this is Femme Sariel, also in a dress from Pinterest. I like how that one turned out. Femme Ario, a silky dress from Pinterest. I also love how she looks. She's so cute. And then Femme Zarafem from another dress from Pinterest. I don't know who this lady is, but I drew her. I don't think it was a person from Pinterest. I think it was from my own imagination, I'm pretty sure. And I remember I was watching a YouTube video while making this, and it was really fun. I had fun. And then a seal loaf and an eyeball. And this is where it got Poscas. And then I thought I got black liners, but apparently I did not. I got gray liners. So kind of upsetting, but maybe I'll use them one time, just not to waste them. And then I got these weird gel sticks from Walmart. They're actually really fun to use, and I use them more, at least a little bit more throughout the sketchbook. They're surprisingly fun to use. That was a person from Pinterest that I drew. And then this is oil pastels, Crayola oil pastels, and I did a redraw of Crowley during the end of the world. It was from one screenshot of the show. And it looks okay. It looks okay. And then this I did in crayon. Yeah, this was really fun to do, actually. I had lots of fun drawing, and because I got a new box of Crayola crayons. I just got a bunch of cheap art supplies recently at around this time, and I decided to use them. This is more of the gel pens, those gel sticks. They really are fun to use. And I drew a big squirrel from, once again, Pinterest. Horse with Posca. And then we're getting towards the end here, and most of this is just for requests from Instagram and or Twitter. Someone asked for Curly with a tail, so I drew him with a tail. Someone asked for Cat Curly, I drew Cat Curly. I forget what someone asked for this one, but I drew it. Also, I think someone just said cuddles, so I drew Zero Fun Curly cuddling, or hugging, cuddling, both, same thing. That was an assignment I did for English class, and I got to paint Greta Thunberg for it, and so I had to practice how she looked, so practice. Damien and Bun from Kate's Reverse AU in crayons. It was late at night, I was bored, wanted to draw, so I drew. I got a new backpack because my old one was basically destroyed. Well, not destroyed. The zipper had broke. Both zippers had broken, so my backpack was pretty much unusable or unable to close. And then bubblegum wrapper, and then weird doodles that you may be able to see a bit of. The light's kind of harsh. This was an assignment for history class, which I got to also paint for. I got to do a lot of painting for other classes and just art stuff for other classes this year. It was really, really fun. I ended up using this one for it. It was making propaganda posters for heaven and hell. This one is what I chose for hell. And then I really liked how this one looked, but I didn't go with it. I had Kate help me out with it. A friend help me out with it to choose a different one. And I instead went with this one. The finished pieces are on my Instagram and Twitter and other places. They're on social media. More doodles. Ride the Cyclone. So I drew Mary Jane, or an attempt to draw Mary Jane, since I was at school, and the internet kind of sucks in my art classroom, so. And I didn't figure out a better way to get internet, because apparently we have free internet at our school, but I didn't know that at the time. Or I did, but I didn't have a VPN or anything, so I couldn't, like, use Google. Anyway. Crowley. That was one of those, either I got it from Twitter or I got it from Pinterest. It was one of those draw your baby girl in this pose thing. So I did. I drew Crowley. He's on the phone. Likely with a Xerophile. No, it is a Xerophile. Because who else would have been? And then Crowley's a snake. And then I used Poscas in the background, but they were acting a little weird. They look cute. And then it was also crayon, but, you know. And then Damien and Sariel. They're cute. They're cute. The doodle like that. Callista and Eden as babies. And babies. And then this was from a roleplay I had done with friend, Bun, Damien, Anna, David, Callista, Eden, Dakota, Callista. Yeah. Person from Pinterest that I drew on a different piece of paper and then glued in here. An egg we colored for Easter, for an Easter egg hunt, but this isn't the one that I submitted. This is second one I ended up coloring during class because I didn't have anything else to do during class. So, and then stickers that I got from birthday party from a friend, and then Posca drawn hearts. And then this is a comic I drew that it's 2 pages, but you're not gonna see the other page. You can read it if you like, if you can read it. I'm sure you get the gist. Anyway, frog page. Frogs. Self-explanatory. More doodles, mainly from Pinterest. That's Edward Teach. Because I was bored in art class. I think this was art class. Bored in art class, and I finished pretty much all my assignments. This is a cute drawing I did for Damien, Sariel, and then Bun. Based off of the previous comic that I didn't show you everything of. Also, fun fact, whiteout does not make for a good art supply. My Posca wasn't really working too well at the moment, so I decided I wanted to outline it with whiteout instead because I had whiteout. Kinda sucked. The there's texture there though, but it kept drying while I was trying to put it on the paper. So yeah, it does not make for good art supply. More requests from Instagram and Twitter. Not Twitter. Yes, Twitter. Instagram and Twitter. We were going on a little field trip, and so we had nothing to do before we went on the field trip for school. So someone asked me to draw a tardigrade, a worm. No one asked me to draw the clicker. I drew it because I wanted to. Someone had asked to draw a bird, so I drew Xerophone Curly's birds. This Curly is technically from an AU I had made a while ago, and that's why it says don't tell a Xeropig, because in that AU it's Curly's a duck, and then a Xerophile is a pig that was left in the rain. And then someone asked me to draw Cat Aziraphale, which matches the cat curly I have on the previous page. Crowley, someone asked me to draw a worm on the string, and so I also drew Crowley with that worm on the string, and said, "Look like someone?" ? And drew it in crayon, which is why this piece of paper is here. It's for making sure the crayon doesn't transfer on this side of the page. And then someone asked me to draw baby Crowley, so I did. Then Steed. Someone asked me to draw Steed, so I did. And I did a page of him because I like him. He's a funny guy. And also, his best outfit from the entire show was his turtleneck. You cannot look bad in a turtleneck. Even in the ugly ones, even the ugly ones that are too big, or too puffy, you can't look bad in a turtleneck. You can't. It's physically impossible. Turtlenecks look good on everyone. At least, I think so. More requests. Someone asked me to draw that one photo of Haster with a baby doll, so I did. And then someone said musical omens, so I drew them. This took me a while to get to because I'd kind of forgotten about it. But then I went back and drew them. No one asked for this. I drew it because I wanted to. It was a thing on Pinterest, this one probably. And then that one's just normal bun. And then someone asked me to draw Garfield, and I drew Garfield. And this one is my profile pic on Discord. More requests. One last page after this. Request to finish filling my sketchbook because I didn't know what else to draw. So, Aziraphale, getting cake thrown at him. Butterscotch, Serial's cat in the reverse AU. No one asked me to draw that. I don't know if I used a reference for that, but if I didn't, good job me, because that looks really good. I like how that one looks. And then someone said Bird of Paradise Aziraphale, which they probably meant the actual bird, an actual bird of paradise, but apparently there's a flower called the Bird of Paradise, so I did a random page trying to design him as a bird, as the flower Bird of Paradise, and I kind of like where I was heading with it. Got me thinking, at the very least, which I may do something else with it, but who knows. And then that's the end. That's the final page. Says adios, finished. And then I have a few things in here. Yeah, this is a really bad painting I did for history class. Yeah, I don't like how it looks, so we're gonna stuff it back in there. This is an old swatch page, I think. Yeah, this is just a swatch page. Someone gave me a dog tag for Christmas last year. It was a friend at school. This is a painting I did of Elric and Mir. I didn't have really good brushes at the time, but I think I did pretty okay with that. And then this is what was going to be an animatic for a friend's birthday, but I never finished it. I barely touched the actual animatic. I just did the weird storyboard for it over here on this piece of paper and then never touched it again. So, yeah, and then the back. Old sticker that I drew. I was never in that fandom, which I forget the name of, but, well, I kind of was in it really briefly. I dipped my toes in it, and then it didn't stick, so I didn't do anything more with it. More frog stickers from a friend for their birthday. That's an old sticker I got from the doctors. Another really old sticker I got from the doctors. And another sticker a friend gave me. So, yeah, there's that. I hope this wasn't too hard to see. I realize now that the light might have been a bit harsh. That light from outside might have been a bit harsh. I hope it's not too harsh that you can't see anything. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed. And I might do the first one. The first, well, not very first, but the first sketchbook with the other Ineffable and Arttober prompts later, but not right this moment. Anyway, hope you enjoyed. Whatever else you might need to know, it'll be in the description. Blah blah blah, YouTube stuff. I don't know. Subscribe, like, comment, etc., etc. And I'll see you later. Bye bye.